Welcome to this week's Movie Math, where just like in their new movie, the Avengers discovered they aren't quite so invulnerable after all. The industry had projected that Age of Ultron would have the biggest opening of all time, with around $215 million, a projection that was still firmly in place Saturday morning. But lo and behold, the Marvel sequel ended up coming in about $30 million under, with $187 million. Sure, they wouldn't have held the record very long anyway with Star Wars Episode 7 on the horizon, and as some have pointed out, this still gives Marvel the current top 3 openings of all time, and we do have other good news to discuss. But this is definitely not the headline Marvel anticipated. So first, let's consider what hexes might have tripped up Hollywood's top superhero franchise, much to the delight of DC fans. First, there's the obvious, and that's that, shocker, there were actually other things to watch this weekend. On Saturday, there was both the Kentucky Derby and one of the most anticipated boxing matches of all time, which on pay-per-view pulled in $400 million at around $100 a pop. One would imagine, though, that boxing fans could see Ultron Friday or Sunday night, or even Saturday afternoon, but no, yet another reason for movies to fear TV. However, this could potentially result in very strong weekday or second weekend numbers as those boxing fans circle back. But ouch! It's got to sting a little that seeing Avengers wasn't enough of a priority to so many. That might have something to do with the surprisingly bad word of mouth, with many who saw it first overseas saying the film was not as good as the first Avengers or Winter Soldier. This could finally put an end to Marvel's strategy of releasing their films overseas first, which in the past has generated good word of mouth heading into each film's stateside debut. But critics didn't love the film either, which currently has a 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. Many in the industry haven't taken kindly to the dominance of comic book movies and seem to have decided to fight back, first during award season and now with ho-hum movie reviews. Then finally, there's the cloud of negativity that's gathering around Marvel Studios in the past few weeks. From Joss Whedon's snarky comments to the Renner Evans debacle to a lot of complaining about a lack of respect for Black Widow and her fans. All of that could very well have cooled some potential moviegoers' enthusiasm for the film as well. But again, as I said, there were some silver linings to this cloud. Worldwide, Age of Ultron is already up to $627 million, outgrossing several Marvel films. And it still has China and Japan to go, meaning the film's membership in the $1 billion club is all but guaranteed. But just how high will it go? This second place headline really adds to that cloud of negativity. So for those of you living in countries where Avengers Age of Ultron has yet to open, how do you feel about the film now? As BTT viewer Kale Jimenez cleverly tweeted me, none of us saw this coming. And many of us had a great time seeing Avengers Age of Ultron over the weekend. I've got the pictures you sent me to prove it. So let's take a moment to maybe inspire some more people to see Avengers Age of Ultron. Here's what the second biggest weekend of all time looks like. Avengers fans, assemble! A great bunch of pictures. I hope you all enjoyed seeing them as much as I did over the weekend. You can feel the Marvel love and hopefully the movie math love. Seriously, a huge thanks to everyone making BTT a part of their Avengers experience, from sending in selfies to watching my extensive coverage. More to come! Plus you'll begin to see DC coverage increase, with Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad getting closer and closer. Speaking of other movies, there were some playing this weekend as they competed for box office scraps. All holdovers, they all understandably dropped 50% or more, with one notable exception. Cinderella, falling a mere 15% in its 8th weekend, saw many movies drop past it and ended up in 6th place. That's got to be a nice pat on the back for Disney, making the Avengers 2 results sting a bit less. And while Furious 7 is clearly nearing the end of its box office run now that Avengers is on the scene, it's also now the 4th highest grossing film of all time. As for this coming weekend, Hot Pursuit will try to act as counter-programming to Ultron as well as capitalize on Mother's Day weekend. However, with just 19 million predicted, Marvel could potentially post a spectacular second weekend and stop these downer headlines in their tracks before they gain too much momentum. And that's the weekend box office. I'm Grace Randolph, and we just did some movie math. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll go beyond the trailer for these other top movies.